Good evening everyone, welcome back to another stream. Tonight we're back on Train Sim Classic and we're joined, as per normal, for me of guests, joined by Oscar.
Yeah, good evening everyone.
Might just quickly quieten you down a bit, Oscar, just because I don't know how loud you'll portray on stream. But yes, we're back on Train Sim Classic, and as you could guess by the thumbnail, we are 50s again. I say again because we've run these a little bit, but no, tonight, as the title suggests, we're hoovering through Devonshire. Mostly because, well, nickname for these are hoovers, and it's got something to do with their rheostatic braking, I believe. Oscar, you'll probably know.
I'm not the person to ask when it comes to the technical side.
I think it's their rheostatic braking. Also, just ignore 37114 here. That's just sat here providing moral support to the 50049 here in the siding. So this has been having a little bit of moral support by 114. That's just sat here, that would do nothing. You can see down there as well, there's 150. That is for something I'll show in a second. Oscar, you already know exactly what it is, but we'll let everyone find out in a second. Tonight we've got a rake of Saphos Mark IIs. These are probably the most used out of LSL's Mark II pool, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. So I'm probably thinking of LSL. I think what LSL. Do you know when the blue and grey BR Mark IIs?
Oh, you mean the push pull set?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure those are LSL. And they're Mark IIIs. I think. You might need to send me them, Oscar.
Yeah, I think
but yeah. Yeah, heading our consist tonight is 50049 Defiance. This is quite a nice loco.
Yeah.
This used to wear BR Blue Grey. No. This isn't BR Blue Grey. BR Large logo. Before it got repainted into GBRF. We then have 8 Mark IIs. 1 BSO. Then we have, let me think, 5 trailer standard opens, 1 restaurant car, and then another first class. Not what you'd expect from a tour, really, is it? Just like 1.5 first class coaches. But that is what we have. And 50047, I was about to say 50047, 50007 Hercules, which will be bringing up the rear of the consist and has already started and is producing electricity for the consist. We, however, need to start at 50049 until we can get underway. So, key in. Into neutral. AWS, have I already put that in? Yes, I had. Now that's in. Let's get a little start up, shall we? From 50049. I don't know to what extent that was audible. Apologies if it was a little bit quiet. No doubt we'll be doing a start up towards the end of the stream anyhow. So, oh, those Mark IIs. I don't know who owned those, Oscar, if I'm honest. I don't know who owns them.
Yes, I do love. Is it I think it's called the Blood and Cream.
Yeah, they've been called.
Lovely.
Been called Carmine and Cream. Blood and Custard is another one they've been called. They've been called a lot of names. But
What's
yeah,
your favourite Mark II livery on the main line?
there's a lot. I can't choose.
I think Virgin Trains, I don't know why. I don't mind Virgin Trains. What the?
Yeah, they weren't bad to be fair. Look quite good.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not. Beautiful. Probably better.
But yeah. Just recharge the brakes. Oh, great. Yeah. I was going to just send you what I just found. Right. Anyhow, should we get underway out of Exeter Riverside? Showcasing the 150? Do you reckon, Oscar?
Yes, yeah, yeah, let's do that.
Dropping the brakes, putting in a little bit of power. Now these are absolutely going to fly. So for that reason we're not going to put in too much power. Just going to slowly itch out of the yard. Slowly crawl out. So yeah, slow crawling out the yard, going a little bit quick. We've only by 2 mile per hour. It's nothing much, is it? And you're all into platform 2. Now, when was the last time I streamed? Because in that stream, I don't know if it was that stream. Let me have a look. When did I last do an actual stream? That is a really good question that I need to get myself answered on that. When did I last? Oh, 2 days ago. Wait, hang on. Oh, did I stream on Monday? No, 3 days ago. 8th. That was Sunday? I think it was Sunday, wasn't it? Have a look. Yeah, it was Sunday. I don't think it was in that stream, it was the stream before that. Where I sort of started a little project, which was, and I did actually highlight this in the Sunday stream, I was doing a little bit of reskinning with Oscar. And it was sort of, this is a personal delivery by the way, it won't get uploaded. And it was to bring the 150s up to modern day spec, i.e. the ones that have been refurbished, which at the moment is 207, 202, 207 and 216. I've been making a refurbished 150 livery. Let's say this is for personal use, this won't get uploaded. So yeah, this livery is by far not perfect. This is pretty much my first rodeo on TSC of doing like a proper modifications. That down there with the priority seating and the disabled seating sticker on both the DMSL and the DMS, that's livery limitation, because this side of the body uses the same as this side of the body. So to get this on the correct side. I mean, to get this to work, it's meant that this has had to be painted as well. But obviously I've had to do this to therefore make the DMSL correct. So that's just a livery limitation. Not a lot I can do about it at the moment. However, that will probably change in due course. You can also tell where there's been sort of imperfections. As you can see, I've had to paint back over the yellow here, and here, and stickers here as well. And also there are slight issues such as that the priority seating sticker isn't very high quality up close. Overall, I will admit this isn't as good as it could be. But then again, this is my first livery. Hopefully that will evolve with time. But yeah, also the front's been painted. This turned out reasonably well, to be fair. Probably the best out of the whole thing. But yeah, I finished this last night, I think. It's just been in the works for a little while. But yeah, don't think it turned out too bad. What do you think, Oscar?
Yeah. Come out good for your past livery.
And obviously you helped a lot with this as well. Because you've sort of done... yeah, you've done liveries before, so you sort of very much helped out with this. And yeah, I think it's turned out alright. So, I think probably next stream will be me just sort of driving this about. Just having a little spin in it. Yeah, this is by no means completely finished. It's just at a baseline where I'm happy it's near enough that stage. So yeah, I'll probably end up painting the body shell as well. You know, touching up the green here, because it's weathered here. You can see weathering. There was weathering on the front, but obviously me painting that has removed all the weathering. So I'll probably end up painting the body shell as well. After all, this is meant to reflect units just coming out of refurbishment. So they're very clean coming out of refurbishment. There isn't any dirt on them at all until probably like a few days after, when they start getting a bit dirty. That's to be expected though, isn't it? But yeah, that's the livery sort of showcased. And yeah, hopefully I might be doing some more liveries in the future, and then eventually perhaps doing liveries that actually do release. However, back to driving. Now just arriving into St David's. Good old Exeter. Held at signal... Let me guess, is that 350? Completely off, that was 160. So I'm going to pull down near enough to this 910 car mark here. We'll stop and then unlock the doors. We're stopped, neutral doors. We'll get ready to start heading down the Riviera line towards Newton, and then potentially we'll go on to Plymouth tonight as well. Just heard a whistle. Gonna check that all my doors are locked. So indeed are. The CDL has extinguished. Doors are locked. Let's continue down towards Hooton. I'll probably do our next stop. Let me just get into position. That's good enough. Platform level. And let's keep going. beginning to fly down there. Definitely beginning to fly. Now into the 30, about to back on to the 75. Where these 50s will really start talking. Then we hit the 100. Where they'll be talking a lot more than they already are. So we open up throttle. Wide open.
That is a lot of flag.
So who was there in it? Who was back where they belong? Especially for
To be
007.
fair. Oh, sorry.
Alright. Especially 007, this is where it belongs, in the West region. Because if you don't know, it was one that was named, I think it was Sir Edward Olga, and was it, I think, the only one to be painted into lines green. I've just been deafened then. It's the only one to ever been painted into lines green. Which I think is quite similar to what 57604 has been painted into, with the lining on it. So, yeah. Nice shot through St Thomas. The throttle will be completely wide open. This will look good through air.
Maybe some suffocation, but that's not the point.
That'd be suffocation. It's only slightly claggy, isn't it?
Yeah, not if it was a full flag. It wouldn't end well, put it that way.
And now the loco's a bit warmer. In real life, that clag would start dispersing.
Oh yeah.
I think it's partly because the oil's colder. I probably should stop there because I do not at all know engineering, and I'll probably end up saying something completely wrong. These 50s are roaring, aren't they? 50s doing 50 things. Sam, good evening, how are you doing?
Love the 50s.
I feel like I'm a little bit quiet. There we are, that might be a bit better. Oh, Marsh Barton. I need to do some spotting back here again. The only problem is it absolutely reeks, because energy recovery centre and all that. This smells horrendous. Honestly, I was here once, and it vaguely reminded me of the first time I went to Westbury. aka the smell was, oh god, it was horrendous. Luckily it doesn't smell that bad now, if I'm honest. It probably doesn't smell great, but it's not, you know, sickeningly horrific. Absolutely flying. Motor's really working hard now. I've just noticed the last time a 150 came back from refurbishment was well over 4 months ago. My god. That's scary to think. It's not been that long. The 216 has been back either. It's literally been like a week. In fact, it hadn't even been that. Its first service was on Sunday. Cracking down the Riviera. Nearly at 90. We're good for 100. But yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'll be right.
Okay. But this is where the 50 is right at home. You know. 50s will come off London Waterloo. They come off everywhere. And I think they frequently do this journey, say if they were going down to Lera, which is where they were based. I'm not sure how true it holds for most things. I'm pretty sure it holds true for 007. Nearly at 100. Near enough 97. Proper cracking along. Proper cracking along now. '50s at 100. In fact, we've literally just hit 100 as well. The legacy of the 50.
Alright, I'd have the time.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Just slowing down off the 100.
Do you know the max speed for the 50? Isn't it 95 or
100.
100? Okay. It's Mark 2's 100, aren't they?
Yeah, so Mark 1s. Mark 3s can go all the way up to 110, 125, even 140 it can come to. Stands for the Mark 4s as well.
That's what I'm setting up for now. Thinking now.
Oh, there's the crossing. I completely forgot that was only lightly thrashing. Not doing anything too mental. Got some Darth Vaders. That was on well good through here though. absolutely flying. Wrong thing. There we are. I am not going on the reversible. No, thank you. Yes, straight through. These Hoovers are properly flying, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, you do not stop a 50. You know, I think they're like they're quite a bit more unreliable, I think, than the 37s. But I think these are way more powerful. These I think are in the 2000s, the horsepower. Whereas 37s are only 1750. I know that way too well. Completely scuffed Darth Vader there. There we are. Now flying down towards Langston Rock. And also that signal that really, really, really annoys me. Dawlish now. Might as well play with the chain stop override, because why not?
Ain't what is one problem with cracking into things.
Where's Oscar?
I have a problem with cracking into things 3 days into a row. So, it's gone very well.
You've crashed.
I wouldn't say crashed, I've heavily shunted into the wagon.
And you've done that 3 days in a row.
Yeah, at 10 miles per hour. That's fun.
The horn sounds so good. It sound absolutely amazing. And also it looks amazing as well. Tearing out of... I'm trying to remember what this tunnel was called. It's the first one. I'm going to feel like an absolute idiot when I search it up in a second. You wait. 156 Andrew, good evening, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, Andrew. Not doing too bad at all. Quite tired though. Quite tired, but it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is.
What it is.
Yeah. Got a huge video to edit later.
Have fun.
Put it this way, I'm not even going to do it as one video. I'll do it as like 2, maybe even 3. Because it's something utterly horrendous, like 98 clips. For reference, the longest video on the channel at the moment, I'm just trying to think which one that is. I don't know. But it's like 50. This is nearly 2 times as many. So yeah, it's gonna be a horrendous video to edit. Horrendous one to do, but you know, I'll feel better when it's done. I won't have so many regrets then.
It's always a nice feeling when you've edited a video.
Yeah, especially one that's technically been wanting editing since like the weekend. And the worst part is I actually did some filming today. It was the weekly clay move. And yeah, there I literally took like, I think it was something like 2 videos. And that was it. I didn't do any more because I'm trying to put as like the least amount of work I can. I'm trying to put, you know, as least as I can for tonight, because I already know it's gonna be a late one, but I don't want it to be too late. Yeah. In fact, my Truckfest video, I still haven't done that. What do you think, Oscar? Should I just do like a compilation of the pictures? Or should I do like text for like saying what the truck is?
And if you can be bothered, you can deal with it. Well,
Yeah,
and what?
Because I'm thinking that video's been in limbo for a while now. It's been edited as far as I'm happy with it. I'm just wondering if people want to see like extra details, perhaps. It's not a very big video either. It's like 5 minutes long. A huge contrast to what this one's going to be, which is probably over half hour. But would people like to see just, you know, would people just like to see just the pictures, or perhaps something a bit more substantial?
I'll be right back.
Because, you know, if everyone's happy with me just doing the photos, I can get that out for tomorrow. I'm into 90s. It's a 90 limit. These are going to start flying now. They're going to go for it. Just casually wiping the window for no reason. I think we're only barely going to get up to 90 here. Only barely. But I reckon we've got it. Fair enough, Andrew. It is quite nice down here, to be fair. Down in Devon. I mean, bar some places, but yeah. Oh, I'm still speeding. Oh no. Anyway. If anyone doesn't know where that's from Top Gear. It's a Jeremy Clarkson quote, I think. Oh no. Anyway, last week. Oh yeah, Dawlish is good, Andrew, yeah. Dawlish is probably one of the better places in Devon. Partially because of the wall section, which is an amazing walk. There are some other good walks as well. For example, you've got like the moors and things. That's always quite nice to walk along. Yeah. There is many a thing in Devon. But yeah, Dawlish has to be one of the highlights. In holiday time though, it is rammed. Oh, milepost. 214. Okay, so it's just casually 214 miles from London. Good to know. And I think an Oscar has returned.
Yes. Hello.
He has indeed returned. God, picking up food movement.
A lovely sight to see. Yeah, you haven't. You've seen these 50s before, but you haven't seen them in the new livery.
No. I saw one on the last tour in GBRF. I saw that, just haven't seen them since they were painted. But yeah, it was on the Maisie Day, I think, that they did their last GBRF tour. That was good to see, though, to be fair. Because the 50s are amazing.
They are probably, you think it's got to be up there with the 37, HST, got to be up there.
Yeah. You know, these things are way more powerful than they probably should be. You know, they are proper brutes of the Western region. Obviously, they weren't just in the Western region. They were also elsewhere, but you know, Lair was really well known for their 50s. A lot of them carried the plaque 84A, which is Lair shed code. 81A as well, which I think was old at common. I don't know if any carried 83A at all, which, if you don't know, was Newton shed. Which, let's just get a screenshot here. I'll show you exactly where that was. So, Newton used to have quite a substantial depot as well. Back in the war, I'm pretty sure it was the biggest depot in Devon as well. So all of this here used to be the depot. It used to be absolutely huge. These sheds as well, these were still standing. And was actually, I think, used as a hobbycraft store centre until they were burnt down in arson attacks. Which is quite a shame. It burned for ages as well. You know, really sad, because that was the last part of the depot still standing, of which it's now been completely demolished except for a corner of wall. Loads of people accused Audi originally as a joke, as if you don't know, there's an Audi here now. You've probably seen it in a few of my shots. There's literally just a little corner of wall that's been, I think, redone and is still standing. The rest of the building is now completely flattened. Loads of people did accuse Audi because Audi did put in planning. Let me do that again. Did put in planning permission, however were denied, as I'm pretty sure this was a grade listed building. So they were denied their planning permission. However, the building then, ironically, burnt down. And then, as soon as that happened, Audi were given the planning permission. So there was a sort of joke fluttering around that Audi did it as a way of getting their planning permission. That has been debunked. It was arson on the buildings. But yeah, the depot, no remnants of it still exist. This building was literally the last remnant. Although there is the post office around here, which still utilises, it's like all the way here. This isn't accurate to how it looks in real life, by the way. And also these buildings here, they're sort of the converted remnants that you can still see. But no, the main sort of icon, I suppose you could say, was here, and yeah, got burnt due to arson. It is really sad because they were nice buildings. I think there was like an apartment complex here as well. That's gone. That's now Audi's car park, and then yeah, here's where the sheds used to stand, and now where Audi does stand. But yeah, absolutely terrible. It happened. But yeah, I think they were grade listed buildings as well, so pretty well preserved. But yeah, what used to be the biggest depot in Devon no longer stands at all. And now the title of the biggest depot in Devon goes to Lara. Anyways, how many 50s still exist? That is a good question, Andrew. Let me quickly Google that. 50's in preservation. Apparently 19 still exist. And it says, although only 2 have a current mainline operational ticket, which I think that's not presuming. I think that's referring to 007 and 049. But no, 050 is mainline registered. I don't think Rodney and Indomitable, AK 021 for Rodney and 026 for Indomitable. I think they can be hauled by mainline. They just can't run under their own power on mainline. They're based out of Eastleigh as well, I think. So yeah. I think the actual number of mainline certified 50s. Oh, hang on, I completely forgot. 50008 exists. So I think there's 4 mainline registered ones. And I think an extra few that can be towed by mainline.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's 4 50s, I think, in total at the Davin Valley Railway, include 007 and 049. Can't remember what the other are.
Yeah, and in fact there's something from the 30th of January 24, which sort of says what I was saying. 550s are currently still mainline registered. 007, 008, 044, which is a bit of a surprise, 049 and 050. And apparently 026 is meant to be mainline certified. Let me have a little read at this. So yeah. It appears Rodney might be in for bogey repairs, which might potentially be because, it derailed, if anyone didn't know. Actually, no, that was Indomitable. Hang on. Oscar, you know that 50 that derailed in Swanage?
Yes.
Was that Indomitable or was that Rodney?
Indomitable. Yeah, right, English. Yeah. In. That's what you said.
Indomitable.
Yeah.
Because I know Rodney failed, like... I know Rodney failed like twice in a day. Which... that is really quite impressive. I think 026 had a fault as well, but it got repaired. And then it proceeded to derail.
How lovely.
And speaking of derailments on the Swanage Railway, I think they managed to derail their crane.
How do you derail the thing which is meant to help trains when they become derailed?
I don't know, but the funny thing is, I think it's their only crane. And I think they were trying to take it from Norden, I think, back towards Swanage. Then at Corfe Castle, which is ironically where 50026 derailed. I remember seeing a video of it. You can hear a massive, like clanging. Clanging. And the crane derailed. Which, the thing that's meant to rescue everything probably needs rescuing itself. Now, how do you re-rail what is effectively a re-railing machine?
Who knows? Yeah, we're watching it on that. We kind of joined in after it derailed. The rail punted live.
Oh yeah. I think they then took the camera down as well.
Because they try and send. I think I remember they tried to send the 50. Tried to send the 52, but that didn't work. So they sent it back, and then they tried to send the past 33, they sent it, and they were like, but it was but, oh,
And also, by the way, there is actually Swanage Cam that's still up
yeah, it is still up.
on Railcam. And so is Corf as well, that's up, both of those cameras. Oh, and the Royal Albert Bridge
Sorry,
one is as well. And Crew.
I'll be back in a second.
Righto. And also says the Teen Estuary. Surprisingly, I don't think that one's orientated at the rail sort of side of it. I think it's more orientated at the, whatchamacallit. It's sort of the estuary part of it, which is a really nice view of the estuary. I think I've got it a couple times on film, which will be going into the video. It is a really, really nice view over the Teen Estuary. Not to mention the X Estuary as well. They both are so photogenic. It is incredible. Especially on a nice day. If it's not particularly a nice day, then you're better off going to Dawlish. And playing a little bit of wave roulette. Effectively, will I get splashed by the waves or will I survive? Because, yeah, Dawlish definitely gets battered quite bad when it's stormy. Slowly just cruising down. So Western Region issues has gone an hour without issues. This is roughly when I'd expect all the issues to start. Partially because the sleeper's meant to be leaving Penzance in about 43 minutes. And that usually always has a problem. In fact, what's on the upbeds today? I'm actually curious now. Because if it's 6:05, I do not have a lot of faith. If it's 6:02, the upbeds might be alright. Me casually getting distracted on stream. Shut up, AWS. It's all fine, I've got it under control.
We all hate the AWS.
We all hate the AWS until it becomes useful. You know.
Yeah, I think we all hate it. It's the most annoying thing. It's driving along peacefully. It goes off, it's very annoying.
Yeah. Then again, it's good when, you know, it's good before we eventually start spadding. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be good, you know, to warn you or signal. It can be quite annoying.
The upbed's being done by 6:03 tonight. Oh dear.
57, 63.
Yep, then 6:05 drops on the back at Reading. Well, that ain't looking too good then. Because 6:03 at the moment is the most unreliable of all the 57s. By a long shot. It's felt like twice as much as 6:05 has. 6:05 is usually the bad one as well. What's on the down tonight? 6:02, so the down beds might be alright then. I reckon the downs will be fine. The up beds might be in a bit of trouble, because that's being hauled by 6:03. Um, where's the nearest HSTs? Oh wait, they're in Lara, aren't they? Gotta hope the bed's alright then. Because they won't be getting anything out to recover it if it fails. Which, let's be honest, it's 57. You know, I think a couple of drivers complained, sort of like, well, they ain't great. By no means are they actually like proper good. The 57's at their reliability. Not to mention a 47, I think, slightly better when it fails. Or at least partially fails. I think apparently with a 57 you could be quite stuck. But yeah. With a 47 apparently you can at least somewhat recover it. With a 57, if you fail, you know you failed. Because you ain't getting that back.
Well, it sounds like there are. Is there commonly, does the 57 commonly fail? Common theme.
What, like a FAQ? Frequently asked questions for the drivers?
Yeah.
I reckon there probably is an FAQ for the 50s. No, sorry, for 57s. Frequently asked questions. Why is my 57 completely failed? Potentially a blown head gasket. You've run out of diesel. All 4 traction motors are blown up. The traction motor blower's potentially blown up. Yeah.
Yeah. When they get rid of the 57s on the people, what do you think they're replacing?
There have been talks what they're replacing them with. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say what has been potentially rumoured. Yeah, I'm not sure I can publicly say that. I have an idea of what it's going to be. I think the Mark 3s are meant to be going as well. But they're only just being overhauled, so that goes to the Mark 3s and the 57s, so I don't think we need to worry about, you know, anything soon. It's just going to be eventually. Anyways, cracking up Rattery Bank now. On the way towards Ivy Bridge. Oh. The bank's a little bit too steep for the 50. It's starting to lose a little bit of speed. And the bank's levelling out slightly. The 50 will start clawing back. Yeah, there we are. It's getting a bit steeper again. 1 and 50, and the 50 is still picking up. What's the grade on Shap? It's a 1 in 75. So this is actually steeper, but it is a 5.5 mile climb. apparently a southbound climb is around 12 miles, but is a 1 in 25. Sorry, a 1 in 125. Oh my god, is it Andrew? One in 37? That's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Let's see how long the Licky incline is. Or Licky incline.
Oh, the Licky incline. Oh, yeah.
1 in 37. 2 miles? You're joking? 2 miles of a 1 in 37?
It is absolutely brutal. Driving it in game, it's impossible. Once you leave from Onslow, you basically got to put it into full power, or else you're not making it. But even with something, I think I was driving, 37 the other day. I was literally like stuck at 25 miles per hour. I couldn't gain any more speed.
Sorry, Oscar, your audio's not very clear. So I can't properly hear what you're saying, by the way.
Is that better?
It was a little bit better, yeah. So you just couldn't understand most of what you were saying there. So go on.
Well, I was saying that it's a brutal incline in game.
Yeah, it sounds like one in real life. 1 in 37 over 2 miles. Not to mention though, it is it looks like an absolute killer up Shap. You know, one in the I've just spit my tongue. Ow. A 5.5 mile, 1 in 75. But that 1 in 125 for 12 miles, that's also mental. Ooh, bit laggy. Just a bit laggy. Oh my god. My whole PC is freezing. OBS is slowly dying inside. Whoa. Whoa, yeah. I'm just gonna look down for a second. Yeah, it is definitely laggy. Yeah, no doubt, Andrew. I think, because I know there's a pack for Train Sim on Alan Thompson's sim, which is known as, I think, the Licky Bankers. Which is ones with the tail lights on them. Also the little headlights. Which I can't remember what that was for. What I know is it did serve a reasonably big importance. Fair enough, Sam. Yeah, the infamous 100. What I think is Birmingham Cross City though. It's a bit interesting. trying to see if I can find, oh, it's going to be in patches, isn't it? Yeah, Licky Bankers. Ah! It's got the lights to show the coupler in the dark. So what it says here is, with lights to show the coupler in the dark and remotely controlled pistons to uncouple while moving. Oh, that makes sense. I suppose you're getting the momentum all the way up, and you just want to drop the loco instantly there. That makes sense. That's quite clever as well, actually. But interestingly, it looks like it's only DB and yeah, only DB that do most of the shunting. Then you've got 66, 783, the Flying Dustman. There's the other banker. It's interesting. I thought it'd be more. Yeah, fair enough, Sam. Cathcart, it does look like quite a bit of fun. I've not done a lot across City. I think I've done a little bit on Classic. None on Wild. I've done a lot of the Gloss Up. But, yeah. Done a lot of Gloss Up, but yeah, not a lot otherwise. %, 50% power on these 50s is still increasing their speed. Although Ivy Bridge, which means we're nearly at Plymouth. But yeah, once we get to Plymouth, we'll probably shut out Falera, and I'll once again bring up the 50, not the 150s. Mate, no, hang on. I was going to say not the 50s, but then I said the 50s and I said, oh no, not the 150s. 150s are the thing I want to talk about, not the 50s. Good, got that right this time. Yippee, it took me long enough. Because yes, Andrew and Sam, I don't think I've mentioned this, but does anyone remember the liveries I was doing for the 150s? Because I can now confirm it is now complete. I think I previewed it in the 37 stream we did, Sam. I think you'll remember that stream quite well, because that was your suggestion as well. Oh yeah, fair enough, Sam. Sounds a lot like Glossop then. Does Cross City. Because Glossop, the only good thing you've really got is Manchester. Other than that, the run down to Glossop, and then Hatfield, the services are so boring. Well, you say that, Sam. They do feel like they take an absolute eternity. Also, it could be. I did stream it, and the service did feel like it was going on forever. There's just the slow speed sections that just feel the absolute worst. Because you're not going very quick. You ain't doing many miles. You can't hear the motors. The only thing to really play around with is the horn and the guard buzzer, just for the sake of it. You know. Yeah, I've just remembered as well. The last time I drove these 50s, or well 50s in general, was when we did the channel name change. How many weeks ago is that now? Has to be 2 weeks at least. That's quite a nice resting spot there. Okay. Ooh, continuing on. There we are. We've now got probably 10 miles until we get to Plymouth. What we'll do is we'll then reverse down into Lara via Lara Junction, because I refuse to do McGold. So what we'll do is from here, 236. That's the milepost, I think. So what we'll do is now drive down Hemerdon. That's gonna be amazing. I'm going to intentionally speed because I want to see how fast I can get down there. We'll probably pop it into... you there, Oscar? Name a platform from 1 to... no. Name a platform from 4 to 8.
4 to 8, I think number 7.
Platform 7. Rightio. That looks to be where we're terminating today. At least on the tour side of it. Oh, is it here I managed to do my banner? It wasn't here I did my banner. Let's get a shot from the top of a 2D tree, shall we? Tell it 2D, because well, yeah. Meant to follow the view of the player to look like those trees there, while also being like low poly and whatnot. AP have I think these are AP trees. They're not 2D, they're 3D trees. 2D trees are nice, they just slightly break the immersion when you're like up like this, because you can just see that they're all 2D. From a distance, they don't actually look that bad, and they also don't absolutely slaughter the PC. Not the frame rate. Just trying to remember if these are 2D bushes as well. Yep, they are. I can tell because if I'm here, I move the camera around, they follow around with the camera. So if I do it with this tree, they'll do the same thing. I can tell it is by these bushes because they're just following the view of the player. Then again, from a distance, they don't look too bad. That's the thing.
That's what they try and do.
Is Oscar?
No, you just
That's fine. That's quite a nice shot over
yeah.
there.
Basically,
So go on.
if you learn how to build routes in the same way, what I think they do when actually building routes is what you got to do. You use the 3D object next to the track, and then you use 2D object type in the distance where.
Yeah. I think with high-speed tracks, what he's done for Bodmin is I think he's done mostly 3D trees, which is an absolute pain because my PC's just like, no. Put it this way, see the amount of trees there? It's like 5 times that amount all around Bodmin. Already that's actually a consistent 100 FPS looking at all these trees. Even if I zoom in fact it gets better. But in Bodmin, my game just runs at like a frame every business week. Each frame just takes like 3 business days to actually load. Which, if I'm streaming on a Friday, that's really bad because that means it doesn't load till the next Wednesday. Because obviously Saturday and Sunday aren't exactly business days and such. But yeah, through Bodmin, the PC just takes like 15 working days. It's such a pain. Ooh. Oh, I was about to say, have I got relative motion? Good old physics. And for is now the Hamilton emergency crossovers. And now down Hamilton. Down into Plymouth. You ready to see how fast we can get these 50s to go, Oscar?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But yeah. What I can say is, in real life, this tour probably would have had waivers signed way before it's actually departed. Because I should never be at the commands of anything. Luckily this is a game. Number one, I probably shouldn't be on the road. Just look at any F1 stream, have a look at any Euro Truck stream. That should easily prove what it should need to. I probably also shouldn't be a driver, for like GWR or whatnot, because I think you're about to find out why I shouldn't be. Let's go. Let's see how fast we can get by the bottom of Hamilton. What do you reckon we'll get to, Oscar?
Possibly go wrong. I think we'll get to.
So we're at 65 at the moment.
I'm going to be optimistic and I'm going to go 130.
I reckon that is optimistic, but we're about to find out. Andrew's guessing 90. I think 90 is a bit of an understatement, as I am currently going 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, so there goes 90. You know what, Oscar, I don't think you were too far off with 130. Just just casually when you order same day shipping at 1 minute to midnight. I'm going to let us get to 115, then I'm going to start braking, because that is a horrendous corner that's coming up. See that 60 board on the HUD? That is for a horrendously tight corner that I will end up hilariously derailing around. Are you at the controls of the clipping, Oscar?
Looking forward to that.
Because I imagine you'll get a clip in a minute. It's hurtling around a corner like a third over.
Be like that.
Yeah, no, might be right. I'm just still going horrendously quick at 85. Ah, nah, I'll be fine. I'm only going about, 65 by the 60 board. Depending on when the speedo was last calibrated, that could actually be completely legal. Because I know in older things that say haven't been calibrated, you can have up to 5 mile per hour, I think. But say on most things you'll get 3, and if you're over that, you are... Well, number one, you were speeding by the point you were doing over the speed limit, but that's sort of to the point that it's not forgivable. Like, you don't have any sort of leniency there, because that will show up on your speedo, and that will be visible. And that will be a, think a fail of negligence, because you fail to acknowledge that you're speeding. Although it's not by much, I don't think you get away with it very nicely. Hey, we ever proceed. Nice. $50 versus bus. Indeed, Andrew, yeah. Who can get to the overbridge first? Let's go prove a point real quick. Yeah, let's quickly go prove a point. We're already going quicker. And I've just whacked the throttle open for what was purely effect. Purely for just making it look slightly interesting. Yeah, no, I've won. Now is the whole contest going to pass him by the bridge? Well, yes. Very much so. I'm not quite under the bridge myself. And yes, welcome to Lara, where the 50s used to be based, and where I think the huge 50 scrap line, yeah, I think this is purely where it was. I'm pretty sure it's here actually, the 50 scrap line. Huge it was. '50s passing, shed 84A. 50s not a vacuum cleaner. I presume you're referring to the title, Andrew. Because I can explain why it's called what it is. Oh god, Sam. All English electric locos. this by far isn't all of them, but here's the main three. 40, 50, 37. There are many more. I think the Gronk even counts. I have no idea. I'll have to know, like, properly what the whole E list are. Oh yeah, I have the 37, the 31 Sam as well. I do not know where I was going with that. I was saying 37, then I was calling you Max. Oh my god, my brain is not with it today. Oh yeah, 20 as well, Sam, yeah. Yeah, fair enough, Andrew. I think one of the 50s nicknames were Hoovers, when they had rheostatic braking. Because I think it apparently sounded like a Hoover. I'm not sure why. I think Hoover themselves have even sponsored 50 tours as well. I don't know why. It's just so random. Hoover, the company, sponsoring 50s. But yeah, the nickname has been Hoovers before. And that's purely for when they were on refurbish, I'm pretty sure, and they had that rheostatic. Oh yeah, I've got the 55s as well, Sam. Yeah, I've got the good old Deltics. The Deltics that never seem to actually want to stay working for more than 10 seconds. Isn't that right, Oscar?
Yeah.
The joys of having a Deltic at the controls. It never seems to want to work for more than about 10 minutes before the fuel line, the battery, whatever it is, it just goes, how about absolutely not, and just decides to go on holiday or just start having a coffee. Which one do you think it is, Oscar? Goes on holiday or has a coffee when it fails? I mean, when they managed to get it working again, I imagine that was probably just a coffee. And when it completely failed, it probably just went on holiday. I love those sayings, because it's effectively just saying, sort of slacking on the job. Which, well, coffee wakes people up. Going on holiday is just fun. Yep, correct, Andrew. I think 47s are also nicknamed spoons as well. No idea why. I think it's got something to do with their horns. No idea why. But also known as stuffs. I've called them both, to be fair. But yeah. Also, Oscar, just a random question. Favourite diesel? And it has to be a loco as well.
Favourite diesel? Really?
Yeah, what do you think it would be?
Sorry.
What do you think your favourite diesel would be?
For me, I've done it.
So what'd you say, Oscar? Couldn't hear you. Sorry. I presume you said 40. Just couldn't really hear you too well.
Right, is that better?
Yeah, a bit better.
Yeah, for me, the class 56.
56. Yeah, sorry, just a bit difficult here at some points.
Right, it might be because I've got a charger in it. I might put a bottle with my charger.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is your favourite TV show?
My favourite. Oh, it's quite difficult. I love 37s. I also really love HSTs. And I love 50s. I'll either say 43, 37 or 50. In my opinion. I just can't pick. Just gonna recharge the brakes. And yeah, get ready to move out for Lara. Ooh. To really know some, they do seem like quite good ideas. I might try combine two of them as well. Ooh. Oh, that's just giving me a really good idea actually. Aha. So I just thought of something there. Sort of using the ideas of the names and the locos, but flipping around the destinations, perhaps. Because we're still in the west. Could maybe do that from Newton up to Exeter. Take off the 40, drop double-headed 37s on the front, and then run down to Plymouth maybe. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a bit like, I don't know, it wasn't so long ago, but LSL did this big massive tour where they showed off all their locomotives. I think they
Oh
started
yeah.
yeah, they did literally like a load of locomotives.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was seeing videos of that. It looked really cool as well.
Yeah, it would do one route that went down to Carlisle with class 40, and it changed over to 37, I think, at Carlisle.
Yeah, I remember the 50 managed to fail, I think, which was impressive.
Yeah, you think you should.
Meanwhile, moving out of Plymouth, going towards Valera, the home of the 50s. Yeah, to be honest,
This is
Oscar.
the last part of the three. Right.
Yeah, to be honest, Oscar. Yeah, I think the multiple locos. I could very well do like a hybrid stream. Doing, yeah, perhaps Newton to Exeter in the 40. As I said, bin it off Exeter, drop on 37s off Shed. Oh yeah, that could be something. Yeah, take the 40 off at Exeter, run it straight down into Riverside. bring 237 starting from Coles out of Exeter, bring them out of the TMD, drop them onto the front of the consist, and then chuck them all the way down. Or I've had another idea. Is it dangerous to have this many ideas?
For you, yes.
Did you just say for me? Yeah, yeah, for me, yes.
Maybe.
God. Because the 37 is a trail consist, right? I'm tempted. Do I have a 37 just behind the 40, run up to Exeter, drop off the 40, run into Riverside, pick up just 137, or do I double head them? Because I don't want to just sing. I mean, I can single head the 40. I'm happy to do that. And do I double head down to Plymouth? And then deal with the reverse and Solera via run around? What do you think, Sam? Just because I really do like the idea of doing doing like a multi-stage tour. Maybe the 40 up to Exeter from Newton, maybe dropping off the 40 and then putting perhaps double-weighted 37s on to head towards Plymouth, maybe. Doing like a multi-stage tour. Because that I feel like it could work quite well. Yeah, so I might do that. Because it sort of incorporates 2 tours. Because I'm thinking Exeter to Newton I can do in half hour. Run it down to Plymouth. And I'll probably add on about another hour. Yeah, I reckon I'll do that. Or I might go with another completely stupid consist. Or Oscar, do you think we go LSL-esque and do like multi-stage tours? Like the Northwest Wanderer, Oscar?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Because imagine how cool that'd be. 40 up to Exeter, drop off the 40, put on 37s, maybe run it down to Plymouth, pick something else up at Plymouth, keep the 37s on the back maybe, and yeah. I don't know, there's so many possibilities. That's really got me thinking now. I have to think that through, to be honest, Sam. Because those are some very good ideas. A 31 patent to Exmouth could probably even get us open stream, if I'm honest. Because Exmouth to patent isn't a short run. Where's my 50s? Yeah, there they are. Oh god. Why Why is YouTube saying that's buffering? God's sake. Oh great. Well, sorry if the stream's starting to buffer. YouTube claims that it is going to begin doing that. Although on OBS, I've seen it's absolutely fine. It's tabbed out. That's stupid. I was going to reverse here as well. Looks like we might be spending time at Tavistock Junction for a little minute. But, oh, at Tavi Junction though, we can reverse over. You know what, let's do that. Why not? Could very well do some, yeah. In fact, I could... I just thought of something. Could maybe take the 40 out of TMD, go down to Riverside and collect the coaches. I probably can store them on shed. Well, probably not, but you know, what's stopping me? No, as it's technically like an LSL-esque tour. I might even use LSL locos because I've got an Endania reskin on here, and I could also use Great Rocks, and then maybe Intercity Mark II, sorry, Intercity Mark III, or these Blood and Custard Mark IIs. I'm loving how many possibilities this has. I can say, Sam, is you've definitely got me thinking now. Because there are definitely a lot of possibilities I can do with that. Yeah, definitely a lot that I could do.
Right, sorry, yesterday.
Right, Oscar.
Well, a bit of the stream. I'll probably put you later ready.
Yeah, I'll probably chat to you tomorrow, I suppose.
Yeah, hopefully.
Train Sim's just crashed. How's it done that? Train Sim's just gone, yeah, no. That's not actually bad timing. Yeah, I'll probably chat to you tomorrow, Oscar.
See you later.
See ya. But yeah, I honestly reckon I might just do my outro now. Because that crash could not have come at any more of a slightly convenient time. You're only going to reverse into the depot anyway, so it's not like we've lost out on like a huge journey. Not to mention, I also saved it like near the bottom of Hemerdon as well. I'm not going to load it up because that'll take a little while. And he's just warning, the intro music might be about to play. If it is, I'll be muting that very, very quickly. It was. I'm going to have to give that sort of disclaimer every time I go onto the outro screen. But yeah. I don't know why this is, you know, spazzing out a little bit. I don't know why it says it's buffering, because for me it's not at all. Not even my preview says it's buffering. I don't know what it's on about, if I'm honest. No doubt I'll probably find that later on. But yeah. I mean, it's been a fun stream today, to be fair. I had a lovely drive from Exeter down to Plymouth. Obviously attempted to then drive back to Lara, however that quite hilariously failed, due to the game just denying me that and crashing. Which is a bit of a pain, but it is what it is, isn't it? Things happen, and yeah. Not a lot I could do there, really. So yeah. Moving on to next stream. Stream 110. No, sorry, 110? 210. I think I might very much take on Sam's suggestion there. As last time it produced actually what was really quite a fun stream. So, no doubt that will happen again. So yeah, you can sort of see in the comments there the rough plan. I'm going to actually send that to myself as well, so I know to do that. Yeah, so as per what Sam said, in ECS with the 40 from Exeter to Exeter TMT to Exeter, in service from Exeter to Newton, and then a return, dropping on a 37 at the front when we get back to Exeter, running up to Exmouth, and then a run back to Exeter, where we drop the 37 and take that back to TMD. No doubt probably taking the coaching stock back to Riverside as well, before most likely running the 40 back as well. What I'll attempt to do for that is have a lot of static AI, because at the end of the day I'll only really need to do static for, say, around doing static for, say, around Exeter or Newton. I might see if I can't get one or two diagrams just sort of running around. I won't have anything up Exmouth way though, as that will just cause problems. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably going to be the state of affairs for next stream, which, to be honest, I can't wait for. Cannot wait for it at all. But that'll most likely be tomorrow or Friday night. So yeah, on with the outro, I think. So there's a link to Discord in the description down below if anyone wishes to join. Please note, need to be 13 or above to join as per Discord terms of service. Feel free to like and subscribe as well. Feel free to like to tell me that you like what we do here, and subscribe so you never miss another stream or video. and to help this channel towards its goal of 300 subscribers by the end of the year, of which we currently sit on 265, I believe. Indeed we do. Let's see if we can get 300 by the end of the year. It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. But yeah, I don't think there's much what he said from me, everyone. So on that note, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next stream or video. Take care all. Hope to see you there.